Before you start bussing during cocktail hour, you will need to place an oval tray and a tray stand in the cocktail hour area. In the cocktail hour area, there will be cocktail tables where guests will be standing and at a food station where guests will take food from. The best place to put a tray and tray stand is away from the cocktail tables and stations where the guests will most likely be standing. It would also be ideal to place it out of view of guests if possible. I have a tray and tray stand here, and I'm going to place them in the corner of this room. Scenario 1. When bussing, if the floor is not too filled with dirty equipment, use a small tray held in one hand and fill it with the other. If you are bussing the cocktail hour and guests have put dirties on a tray and tray stand, remove those dirties as well. After that, bring your tray to the bussing station when you have bussed as much as you can fit on your tray, or the room is cleared of dirties. Empty it at the bussing station and start again. If the room you are bussing is filling up with dirty serviceware quickly, you will need to bus to one of the larger trays on a tray stand. You can do that either by picking up a few glasses and plates by hand and carrying them to the tray, or walking them with your small tray and picking up stuff, then transferring the dirties to your large tray. Here is a critical point. If you are carrying dirties by hand, do not ever carry glasses with your fingers in the glasses, ever. You are a waiter handling food. How do you think people will feel about your handling their food and silverware after you have been walking around with your fingers in other people's glasses? It is very unappealing and looks like you are working at a cheap diner. Don't ever do it. Second critical point. Once you have brought dirties to a tray stand, whether it is one glass or several, you must take the tray out of the room with you. The goal is not to wait until the tray is full and then come back or hope until someone else busses it. The goal is for our guests to not have to look at the dirty equipment any longer than absolutely necessary. So if you start bussing a room, as soon as you have gotten what you can carry or all of what is in the room, whether it's one plate or 30, you must take the tray out of the room immediately. Simple rule, if you bus a room, you do not leave the room without the tray of bussed items. Third critical point. Safety is paramount. When you load a tray, never put so much on the tray that it becomes a challenge to carry it. We do not want anyone falling down or dropping a tray. When the tray is half full or 3/4 full, you take it out, both to avoid accidents as well as to avoid leaving a tray of dirty serviceware sitting out. Hors d'oeuvre station cleanliness is critical as well. If you're bussing a room that has a cocktail station or hors d'oeuvre station, you will need to keep that station clean as well. That means taking your small tray to the station and using a cocktail napkin to brush crumbs and debris onto your tray and off the table. You will also need to remove dirty napkins, glasses, and plates from the food tables constantly so that the food tables stay attractive to guests.